Alright, so this is the video y'all have been waiting for. We have Yelan Supremacy, and I'll show you how I got to 2 million damage in the domain with other players playing with us for the summertime event. But first I gotta show you guys her doing 92k. She also gets up to 100k in this domain. You could see the technique I use for her. At the end of this video though, I will show her artifacts, her constellation, she's C0, and my whole team setup. But one thing I want you guys to know, to achieve this, you need this exact team, and I guess you could swap out Sucrose for someone else. But some other animal character like Kazuha or probably even Venti, but I have Sucrose there because she gives Yelan a lot of elemental mastery. So how I play Yelan is I do one charge shot at the beginning, then I swirl with Sucrose, I get Zhangling in there to remove all the Hydro to apply Pyro, then activate Sucrose's burst, and hopefully it gets infused with Pyro. And then after that, I go back in with Yelan and do her skill, which will do up to 92k if I do everything right. But as you can see here, it actually gets up to 100k. You'll see me slow it down. So Yelan can get up to 100k, C0 and Sacrificial Bow with Emblem of Severed Fate. There you go, the number on the far left is 100k, 104k to be exact. So Yelan can get up to that, but that was rare for me. With this team it is possible, but it's extremely rare. What you can normally expect for this team is a 90k, as you can see there. But if you don't do rotations perfectly, you could get 60k, 70k, and 80k. You will see that all here if you don't do exact perfect rotations. So she has a little bit of a threshold. She is like, it works for her kit because Yelan is really like rolling the dice, and you can see that in her gameplay. She can get extremely high numbers, and you just have to make sure everything turns out perfectly. Even you have to crit, the enemy has to be applied with Pyro. You see at 87k there. So I didn't, in all these clips, I'm using the exact same build and setup. It's just that sometimes if you don't make the team rotations exactly perfect, you will not get the exact number you want. So like on the left one, it didn't crit there, but on the right one, if you rewind, it did crit for 91k. So now I'm gonna show the domain with the team setup. This is for the summertime domain, and as you can see, I'm the leader in this domain. I'm using Fischl. There's a Yoimiya. There's some other characters that who cares. But so you can see, if you're a Fischl main, even at C0, in these domain events, you will always have the most damage. I have not once lost damage output to any character, and I am C0 using the Sacrificial Bow. That should tell you a lot about how OP this character is, even at C0 Sacrificial Bow. Sacrificial Bow is her best free-to-play weapon. I say it's better than her paid weapon. You don't have to use money for this character at all. It's just all here free to play. I've never lost damage output to any character, and I don't know if I've been going up against some C6 5-stars in this domain. I've done this domain a lot of times, and I don't know if I haven't encountered any players that have C6 5-stars, but I have never lost damage output at all. I've always been #1 in these co-op domains for this event, in all of them across the Kazuha one, the Fischl one, the Xinyan one, and now the Mona one. I've always been the highest damage output in these when I play with other people. Maybe that's not saying much. Maybe it's because the reason why these people are doing co-op is because their characters are weak. Maybe that's why I was always the highest. I could actually, with my whole team, I could actually do this by myself, but it's really fun with other players. So this one was actually not the 2 million damage. This one right here was the 1.5 million damage, I think 1.4 or 1.5. But the next one after this, if you want to skip ahead, is the 2 million. And then after that gameplay, I also go into showing my setup for Yelan at the very end of this video. So if you want to see more content like this, just subscribe, and I'll be out, but stay tuned for the other part of this video where you see me dish out 2 2 million, and you see see right here 1.4 million. I did get a 1.5 million. I just didn't use that gameplay, I guess. So I've always been at the high. I just bragged in chat 1.4 million C0, and this guy was like, wait, OMG, and I said sacrificial bow also, and he also said he uses the same exact setup. So I'm guessing he's surprised that, oh my god, Yelan is not just a 5-star Xingqiu. I should probably build her for DPS. That person probably built his Yelan, his or her Yelan, their Yelan for probably sub DPS, which is the recommended one, but please don't do that. Yelan as a DPS is probably going to be your strongest character ever, even at C0. Probably beat out some of the other 5 stars at higher constellations, to be honest. Probably in co-op, it would definitely beat out a C6 or Raiden Shogun, because as you can see in this clip, Yelan could dash to all the Pyro Slimes and vaporize all of them for OP damage. That's why she will never lose in a co-op domain, unless all the enemies are Hydro Slimes, but these are all Pyro Slimes. So watch this, I just dash to all of them while my burst is active, because you know, while you dash when your burst is active, you get 2 extra hits from your burst. So you'll see me do that. I dash to all the Pyro Slimes and vaporize all of them, and that's why I got to 2 million damage in this domain. It's crazy. It's so amazing. So that's why Yelan is OP even in co-op domains and other things. Please subscribe for more content, Genshin content, Yelan Supremacy obviously, and I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs, so please everyone subscribe. I need to monetize my videos at some point, so get me there, and that's it. Okay, I'm gonna showcase my build with the full team: Yelan, Zhongli, Sucrose, and Zhengling. So here's my stats. They're pretty good for what I do with Yelan, and don't worry about the elemental mastery. I get most of it from Sucrose. So you got 62 crit rate and 124 damage. I'm using the sacrificial bow R5, which is really good. This is probably better than her 5-star bow. Some might say. I would say it is. And you know, Emblem of Severed Fate, 4-piece. You could pause the video here if you want to see. I gotta replace this piece. I'm working on it. I have to replace that piece, and my Yelan will be really good. You could pause the video, you know, if you want to see exactly what these are. I could replace this one since it's an off piece. I could find one. Actually, no, this has good HP substats, so actually I'm not going to replace that one. And then Constellation 0, of course. Talents 10, 10, 10. And Zhongli, Constellation 0. Artifact, I really don't care. I just put that on him, and this is his stuff. Sucrose, this is what I care about. She has 813 elemental mastery, max constellations, of course, so she could give Yelan some elemental mastery. I have her with sacrificial fragments. Maybe I could put her a different book that will help, but I don't know. And you know, Viridescent Fenrir for the resistance shred. All of it is elemental mastery. I could level some of these up from 16. That could go up higher, but I don't really need that one. And Zhengling, she could do a little bit better, but you know, I just need fire application, and Zhengling is the best for that. I use this and Gladiator Wanderer's True. Mass Constellation, talents of that. Y'all are probably here for the Yelan, so C0, weapons, sacrificial, and artifacts there.